1886. We shudder to view the horrors of intemperance, slavery, and war. But those who behold the facts and bearings of this crime declare it to be a greater evil, more demoralizing and destructive than either intemperance, slavery, or war itself. Since its legalization in 1973, abortions have increased 20-fold to a staggering 1.37 million a year in America alone. Obviously, in the last 140 years, Americans have come to see abortion as not so bad, with just under 4,000 abortions a day. The words life, live, and alive can all be defined as having bodily functions or the capacity to function. This is applicable to an unborn child. Upon conception, within 7 to 9 days, we see the first signs of life as several hundred new cells begin implantation. A second proof of life that also occurs at this time period deals with immunology. The beautiful thing about this is that God specifically designed the newly forming child to be able to resist the body's attacks and continue in its growth. This alone is proof that women are not making choices for just themselves, but for a distinct being inside them. Within 17 days, we see a third proof of life as the circulatory system, nervous system, and other vital organs, such as the heart and liver, are beginning to form. The most outstanding proof of life in the first month alone is how the baby has gone from one cell to millions of cells. This makes the baby 10,000 times larger than the fertilized egg, and if it continued to grow at this rate, it would be 6 billion times heavier by birth. By the end of the 7th week, we see a well-proportioned small-scale human. Over 52% of abortions occur about this time period. This is not just an operation a woman can get to simply remove a blob of tissue. This is the murder of an innocent life. All of this before most women realize they are expecting, and definitely before most women is detected, because by the end of the first trimester, everything can be found in the child that will be found at birth. As the end of the second and third trimesters are reached, the woman definitely detects movement from her baby. But the argument at this point still centers around if the baby is actually alive. If it is a question of life, then I believe the dictionary can answer that. The sad reality at this point is that women selfishly believe that what they are carrying is removable, like an appendix. Yes, the baby depends on them and needs them to survive, but it is a distinct person. Restricting women from having an abortion does not imply that the child is more valuable than the mother. Rather, it recognizes the child's right not to be killed is more fundamental than the woman's right not to be pregnant. Now, you might ask yourself how a woman could kill something so vibrant and alive. And the truth is that most women do not understand the extent of this life and can be pressured into abortion for a variety of reasons. The first is that society has led women to believe that abortion is the easiest or the only way out. Or secondly, that it would be cruel and selfish to let a child be born into this world disabled, unwanted, or in poverty or abuse. Situations such as rape or incest also play a role in a woman's decision, and is sadly often condoned if she chooses to abort. Abortion is not a procedure that's performed today and simply forgotten tomorrow. Abortion will leave long-lasting effects on these women's minds and bodies. Statistics show that all women who have had abortions run the risk of developing post-abortion psychiatric disorders. Why would women put themselves at such a risk no matter the situation? Because they are not told of the guilt that will haunt them every day, or that it may drive them insane. They will not be informed of the regret and sorrow that will encompass their souls. The why and what if questions will constantly plague their minds. As Tawana Amon of Florida said, I was 18 when I got pregnant. At 3 months along, I had an abortion. About 7 years later, my heart broke. How could I have taken the life of my unborn child? Or, as May Abbott of California said, I was told I'd be out for about 8 minutes and would only feel a little discomfort. They lied. It ruined 10 years of my life. These women were not informed of just how devastating abortion is, and they are only 2. How many countless other women suffer every day because no one told them the effects of murdering their child would have upon their psyche. Abortion also has long-lasting effects on these women's bodies. Women are not told that they may be unable to have children for the rest of their lives. And if they are, that child will serve as a constant reminder of the precious life they took. Abortion also affects childbirth. Childbirth can be dangerous in any situation, but in every 100,000 pregnancies of women who have had abortions, 11,000 wanted babies now must pay the ultimate price, their lives. To be totally honest, this is 11,000 more babies to be added to the abortion totals. Yes, these babies were wanted, but they were just as innocent as the previous child that was aborted and now have died as a direct result of that abortion. A well-known doctor, in an interview on how to stop abortion for the National Police Gazette, said, "Publicity. Let people know what is going on around them. There is no remedy for a great social secret like exposure." Recently, as I was discussing abortion with my coworkers at a local restaurant, I found this to be true. All it took was the showing of a few pictures of the truth to change one of their minds. So I used this situation to have a few surveys passed out among high school students in the area, and the responses I received shocked me. The overall sense I gathered was that these students had no idea as to what abortion really was. They merely saw it as my choice. Most girls don't understand the extent of life inside them at 6 to 7 weeks along when most abortions are performed, let alone 32 weeks as the pregnancy is drawing to a close. So the first way we even have a hope of halting abortion in America is by educating today's young people. The reason why this is so important is because today's young people are tomorrow's leaders. And as long as our leaders are telling us abortion is okay, the general public will also believe that abortion is okay. This can be done by making a class called Child Development mandatory in high school. Right now, it is only an elective that very few students take. If every high schooler in America were to take this class, America might begin to understand the extent of life in the womb, which will in turn help to halt its flow. The second step to halting abortion in America goes hand in hand with educating the youth, and that is to then make it illegal. Many people say that if we were to make abortions illegal, we will return to the back alley butcheries of abortion, where many women lost their lives. But what they don't know is that some women who've had abortions were asked the question, if abortion was illegal, would you have sought it out? 75% of these women said they would not have even considered it. Just think of the countless thousands of babies' lives that could be saved if abortion was made illegal. If we can educate those who will grow up to make the difference, then we can in turn make abortion illegal and stem its flow in America. Together, we can make a difference through the power of knowledge.